The soldier simply set fire to the nest, but this drove the army ants to swarm out in full force, all for the sake of torturing the 2 human heads buried in the ground to death. But what's strange is that even though he saw the massive ant army approaching, Curly wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he showed a smug smile. Chang was completely speechless. He was already on pins and needles, while this guy was still chatting and joking, even bragging that the soldier was about to go pee. But Chang didn't believe a word of his nonsense. Who would have thought, in the very next second, the soldier really did clutch his stomach and go relieve himself, leaving Chang utterly baffled. But when he turned his head to look, the other guy had already disappeared without a trace. After all, they had been childhood friends who grew up together, but now the other had actually abandoned him and run off alone. Chang was so angry he gnashed his teeth in hatred. But just then, the soldier actually came back, only to be struck down the slope by Curly with a stick. The noise attracted another soldier to come investigate, and before he could figure out what was happening, Curly knocked him off a sheer cliff, where he landed right on top of a nest of flesh-eating ants. In less than a minute, the soldier was completely devoured. Chang thought his childhood friend had come to save him, but to his surprise, Curly just watched coldly and even leisurely sipped some ergo too. Seeing the army ants getting closer and closer, Chang knew he would be doomed if he didn't come up with a plan. Left with no other choice, he pleaded desperately, but Curly made an outrageous demand. He wanted Chang to hand over his girlfriend. It was obvious he was taking advantage of the situation, but Chang was helpless. Survival was all that mattered now, so he had no choice but to agree. At that moment, the army ants had already rushed right up to them, but Curly remained completely unfazed. He took a big swig of cheap liquor, then sprayed it onto the torch. With the help of the alcohol, a sea of flames instantly erupted, roasting the ant army like kebabs. As he kept spraying out blazing fire, he quickly subdued the entire ant horde. Just when Chang thought he was saved, an even greater danger was about to strike.